Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot, and in today's video let's have a look into the latest update for the A2A AccuSim Comanche. This one has just been released and we have a great lot of fixes in there. I'm going to show you the changelog in the A2A forums over here, and you can pause the video and read over them if you like to, but this is really a lot of stuff that they have done in there. Okay, so instead of going over everything all on its own, what we are going to do today is we'll take out the Comanche and we'll do a little 20-minute flight with it from Herzogenaurach to Bayreuth, and I have prepared a flight plan for you over here from SkyVector, and this is what the general route chart looks like. So we'll depart from Herzogenaurach to the northeast, then cross over at Burg Feuerstein, and then we'll pretty much come in on a long final for Bayreuth. So that's the idea for today. So I would say it is about time to head into our airplane and start a little bit of pre-flight. I removed the control lock already, and then I would say we can take out our tablet. In terms of maintenance, we have a used airplane here, Delta Echo Lima Alpha Yankee. And you can see that one's accumulated like 3,800 hours already, so it is definitely not the newest. And you can see as well that I did an engine inspection, and there are quite a bit of things that are worn down a little bit. However, that is the charm of flying a used airplane, isn't it? Okay, so in terms of payloads, all 4 seats are full. We are also going to load a little bit of baggage there. Overall, that is going to bring us fairly close to the max takeoff weight of the airplane. So with all of that set, let's quickly turn on the lights. We're going to check those. Strobe light on, beacon light on, and we can also turn the landing lights on. And we can extend our flaps for the walk around. I'll start fairly simple, just going outside. You can see the strobe is working, the beacon is working, and the rest of the lights we are quickly going to check as well once we get up here to the front. Oh yeah, that stuff is working. Okay then, let's go back in, turn the master off, and now we can head out and do the proper walk around. So, flaps are looking good. A little bit of play there in the aileron, but overall it is looking good. Then let's see, the tip tank should be empty, but let's have a quick look just to be on the safe side. And it is empty indeed. Okay, following on then. We don't need a drain, it's empty. Lights are looking good. I removed the strap down over here already. Then let's have a quick look into the wing tank. Come on. Here we go. And the wing tank is full indeed. Okay, perfect. Then let's move on. Front wheel is looking good, the chocks are removed already, perfect. Then, if I need to guess, I forgot to open the fuel vents. Yes, I did. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be right back. That's better. Okay, let's try that once more. Okay. No water in there. Perfect. All just fuel. Okay, the propeller is looking good. We've got the Macaulay on here. And then we can have a quick check of the engine oil. Let's see what they have for us over here. Yeah, that's alright. It's actually pretty new oil, isn't it? So somebody's changed it recently. That's just about perfect. Okay, let's close that back down. Then we've got the other fuel tank on the left-hand wing. Looking good. Okay, close that back down and on we go. So the wheels are looking good, the chocks are removed now. Same for the tie-downs and the pitot probe. And then the lights are looking good. Let's check the tip tank. There shouldn't be anything in here. And indeed there isn't. Perfect. Okay, we don't need to drain since it's empty. Ailerons are looking good. And the flaps are looking good as well. Okay, static port is not obstructed. Let's do a quick check. Okay, that's fine, and the rudder is fine as well. Okay then, static port is empty. Then finally we need to put in our luggage. It's just going to be a short trip, but nonetheless I definitely want my toolbox. My girlfriend's gonna kill me if I forget her bag. We'll take that as well, and that as well. Okay, perfect. And that is pretty much all on board. So, time to close the door. And let's get ready. So, before engine start checklist. Pre-flight complete. Passengers briefed. Seatbelts secured. Control lock removed. Parking brake. Down here set. Gear switch. Down. Flaps. Up. Radios. Off. Autopilot master. Off. Avionic master. Off. All electrical switches. Well, let's quickly turn those back off. Okay, all electrical switches off, circuit breakers in, and rotating beacon on. And that's the before engine start checklist complete. Okay, let's go for the engine start. So, fuel selector on the richest tank. That means we're going to fly on the left tank first. Mixture. Rich, prop, full forward, carb heat, off. So, throttle is cracked. Then master switch on, fuel pump on. Let's check the fuel pressure. And it starts rising, perfect. Fuel pump back off. Okay, primer 1 through 5 strokes. This plane hasn't flown in a while, so let's give it 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so magnetos. Both propeller area is clear. Then let's see what's gonna happen. Starter engage. And here we go, it's running. It is running, nice. Okay, cool. Oil pressure is checked. Mixture lean as required. Yeah, I am going to lean a little bit. And that's it. Okay then. So let's start with the taxi checklist. Primer, locked, avionic master. Oops. Here you are. Avionic master on. Ammeter is checked. Radios. Oh, look at that. Somebody left it with 7-7 in the squawk. Well, we aren't gonna do that, my friends. Okay, so radios on, transponder is set, altimeters. What do we have right now? 1001. Sorry, 1011. And that's 1080. So, heading indicator, we should have something facing about 005 degrees. So let's adjust that. Something like that. No, actually more like 053. Something like that. That should be fine. Okay, landing gear lamp, green, nav lights, we don't need them now. And next up is for taxi, so we don't want to do that quite yet. Okay, let's quickly get out the Navigraph chart app, because I did prepare the flight in here as well, so that we have our en route chart available. And here we go. So, routing is going to be via Echo Delta Quebec Echo to Echo Delta Quebec Delta. Now, I am a lazy guy, so I am going to throw it into the GPS. However, I do not intend to actually use the GPS for the flight. But nonetheless, even if you want to practice conventional navigation, it is a very good idea to have that GPS ready, just in case you get to need it actually. Okay, acquiring the satellites, it should be done with that in a few moments. And it basically is now. Okay, so, flight plan. Echo Delta Quebec Hotel. Herzogenaurach via Echo Delta Quebec Echo. With our destination Echo Delta Quebec Delta. Here we are, Echo Delta Quebec Delta Bayreuth. Okay, perfect. So that's our route. That's what we've planned. And with that, we should be pretty much ready to go. As you can see, there's a couple of airspaces around. We start below the Delta airspace of Nuremberg, which goes up to 3,500 feet. Thereafter, we've got Class Echo airspace starting at 1,000 feet, so we will be inside Class Echo. Got to keep that in mind for our clouds. And then basically when we overfly Burg Feuerstein, we are out of any control zone. Okay, and that leads us directly into the direction of Bayreuth, and we've got another airspace down here, and that's Class Echo between 1,000 and 2,500. So it's basically Class Echo airspace for most of the flight, and we should keep that in mind. Okay, apart from that, Herzogenaurach, probably going to be runway 08 today. Let's see. Yeah, wind circle is swinging around a bit, but the general direction is 08, so we just about taxi up here to Alpha. And then we are going to take off straight at, fly in between the two cities over here, between Haundorf and Beutelsdorf, and then make a left turn into the upwind and leave just prior to that little road. I mean, we'll just turn upwind and then leave to the right on our course. Target course 034, we can set that as well. Here you go, 034. We'll set the runway track of 080. Like that. And I do not want GPS guidance, that would be cheating. Okay, cool. So that's our setup pretty much completed. Then we can quickly check here. Did we refill? Yes, we did. Fill 60, yep. The wings are full, perfect. So that's that. Okay, perfect. First thing, turn on the ADF. Okay then. So, check the brakes on first taxi. Let's give it a bit of power. Come on, airplane, you can do it. I have a feeling I forgot something. Let's see if I did. Oh yes! But very nice to see that the airplane actually doesn't taxi when you still have a tie-down on it. I would know plenty of airplanes that got that just as a visual model without any effect on the actual flight physics. This one has the effect. Okay, then let's try that again. And now we're rolling. See, I just wanted to test the airplane. I didn't miss anything, I just wanted to test the airplane. Okay then, off we go. In the meantime, we got both oil temperature as well as cylinder head temperature. Okay, brake is set. Let's go ahead with the next checklist. Oh, and in the meantime, let's also use the headset. It really makes our life easier, doesn't it? Okay, cool. So, let's go ahead with the run-up checks. The engine is warm. We've got both cylinder head as well as oil temperature, so that's fine. Fuel pressure is also looking good. So, position into wind? Yeah, kinda. I still want to be able to see my approach. Okay, brakes hold. Fuel quantity. Check. Fuel selectors, desired tank, that is going to be the left tank. Then mixture as required. Well, we're just at 1,000 feet elevation. Let's go mixture full forward. Okay, throttle for 2,000 RPMs. Here we go, 2000 RPMs. Okay then, what's my airplane doing? It's doing strange movements. Okay, engine instruments, everything down here, and the vacuum is checked. Magnetos, check. Okay, let's give that a try. That's right. Losing 110, both. Left. Losing 100, so difference is 10 RPMs, that's totally fine. And both. Okay, then propeller cycle 3 times, then reduce to 1800 RPM and check steady. Okay. 1. 2. Oh, that was a bit too much. And 3. Okay, then reduce to 1800 RPMs. Here we go, and check steady. It is. Okay, copy, check. Notice the drop. Okay, looks good, and that's the run-up complete. Then let's reduce our RPMs again. That's much better. Okay then. Before takeoff checklist. Controls. Incorrect. Elevator trim. Neutral. Rudder trim. Neutral. Then door. Latched. Flaps. Up. Fuel selectors. Desired tank. Fuel pump. On. Mixture. Full ridge. Props. Full forward. Copied. Off. Engine gauges. Check. So, pitot. On. Strobes. On. Landing lights. Yeah, let's turn them on for the takeoff. Okay, before takeoff checks complete. So, for takeoff, throttle full open, speed alive, rotate at 85, climb at 95. We can climb at 105. And that's it. Okay, cool. So, we're ready to go. Small amendment, by the way, to the earlier briefing. Obviously, we're taking off on runway 26, not on runway 08. So that means our pattern is going to be straight out and then a right-hand turn into the downwind. The wind and everything was correct. I really don't know why I briefed anything different, but obviously straight out, in between the villages, and then out to the northern side of the village. 1900 feet for the pattern altitude. Okay, cool. So that's pretty much it. With that, I would say it is about time to go. Responder on. Okay, takeoff. Power set. Rotate. Positive climb. Gear up. Okay, reaching about 95. So that's our villages here on the right. So let's start our right-hand turn. And that over there was the other village that we want to fly around. Like so. And there's one on the left side as well that we don't want to go over. So you can see, in Germany, flying is all about noise abatement. Okay, let's turn into the proper upwind. Okay, and that is looking good. Then we can turn downwind, and I will climb out of the pattern. So, we're at 1,000 feet above. That means fuel pump off. Manifold pressure back to 24. RPMs back to 24. Looks good. Okay, perfect. Then we'll set course. That's about east right now. That's about east right now. Perfect. Okay, let's turn outbound onto our desired track, 034. And that looks good. All right. Then, time to level off. And here we are, 3,500. I don't intend to climb much higher because it's just a short 16-minute flight, so we don't have to worry about anything the likes. Okay, for a moment at least, let's get on the autopilot so that we can take out the manuals and do a little bit of the... let's call it take out the manuals and do a little bit of the stuff that we would normally do with the kneeboard on our legs. We don't have any over here, so... Okay, heading hold and altitude hold. Cool, so... we're slowly accelerating, and it is about time to get out our cruise power table. So we have that over here. So let's see, we want to do 75% cruise. So between 3 and 4,000 means 2,200 RPMs, 2,500 and 25 inches. So 2,200 versus 25. Okay. And that's 2,200 RPMs, 25 inches. Okay, then let's lean the power a little bit. We're looking for about 14 gallons. Something like this. Okay. Keep a little eye on here, but everything's looking good. So what are the gauges saying? Again, everything good. Fuel pressure is a little low, but we remember the fuel pump in this airplane wasn't perfect, so that is alright. Okay, cool. So with that we're en route, and we can start searching for our first marker. So a very quick look into the flight log to see how long we are supposed to take. So if we look into here, then it should be about 3 minutes to the Topper climb, and then about 5 minutes to our first waypoint, which is Burg Feuerstein Airport. So in total about 8 minutes. And if we look outside and onto the chart, we can see we've got a river over here with a couple of lakes. And that is just about over here. So it looks like we are indeed going over this. So we're about like 2/3 of the way towards Burg Feuerstein now. Okay, looks good to me. Heading 030, this one says 035. Tiny bit of drift there, but that is alright. We can live with that. Okay, Burg Feuerstein is up here, pattern altitude 2400, so we are more than 1000 above. But nonetheless, we could listen out to the frequency. .780. Okay, just listening into there to see if there is any traffic around that we might want to take care about. Probably not, but you know, we always want to be on the safe side. Okay, so the airport should be coming up anywhere up front over there. I do suspect it's something over this. Let's see, it does have an asphalt runway with 2 grass runways next to it. Located like this. Yeah, that's that. That's Burg Feuerstein over there. Okay, and after that we are going to fly 055 degrees. Let's pre-select that. 055. We're going to fly that for 23 nautical miles. We're doing 140 knots, that's a bit more than 2 miles per minute. So 23 miles, give me something like 10 minutes from the moment we overfly Burg Feuerstein. Actually, what we can do... So, we are pretty much overhead. By the way, that has to be a nice approach up that hill. I gotta try that one day. But for now, let's do the right-hand turn onto 055. And that's about it. Okay, so 10 more minutes, and then we're there. That means we arrive at 52. So that is about a good moment to start looking into our arrival preparation. So, Bayreuth, what do they have over here? Probably not a lot, but actually they do. It's a couple of grass runways, but then there is one, like, 1,000 and a bit meters long asphalt runway. Yeah, 1,006 meters, which actually has some IFR procedures to it. So that's something that we want to be careful with. It's gonna be landing runway 24. Do we actually have any weather data available? I kinda doubt it, but it's always worth checking. Yeah, using Meta from nearby Hof Plauen, 210 at 4. So, yeah. We'll just about take it up like that. Runway 24 is going to be active. We'll join the right-hand pattern, because that means we can avoid overflying Bayreuth City. And then, let's see, pattern altitude 2,500, right-hand pattern going somewhere north of Eckershof and south of Ramsenthal over here. And then we'll start the base turn by Kottersreuth and avoid overflying Goldkronach over here. That's pretty much it. And Dressendorf is just about on final. Well, they've got to survive. With a bit of noise. Okay, last thing that I do want to check over here. Field elevation is 1,600. But I'm looking at the clouds up front over there, and I'm thinking, well, we are flying in airspace echo, that means we need to stay clear of clouds by 300 feet, unless we're descending into airspace golf. So if we say the field elevation is 1,600, that means if we descend to 2,600, or basically if we just go down to pattern altitude, then we are going to be legal flying through those clouds over there. So, well, let's go ahead and do that. Disengage altitude hold. and pitch over for a bit. Slow and shallow descent, less than 1,000 feet a minute, and we'll just about keep the power where it is. We want to go fast, so we do go fast. Okay, a couple more feet to descend, but we will be well clear of those clouds, so that is alright. Patron altitude is 2,500, so you know what, we're just about going to go straight down to 2,500. It's gonna be like another 6 minutes till we reach the field. The important thing, however, we are going below the MSA. The MSA on that sector here, I believe, is 3,300, but let's have another look if we can find some figure on here. No, not really. That's a bit unfortunate. But what we can have a look at, and what I used during my pre-flight preparation, was SkyVector, and SkyVector had 3,100 as MSA over here. So here you got it, 3,100 over here. So we are going below that. That means we need to keep a very good look outside. Now, flying cross-country, as long as we don't overfly any villages, we are absolutely allowed to go down to 500 AGL, which we just about do over here. Okay, 2,500, we want to maintain that. Like so. And altitude hold. We will have to trim a little bit. You will see the autopilot giving me that trim advisory a couple of times. But that is fine. Okay, so you can see a little bit of low-lying cloud over here. But at 2,500 feet, we are legal to fly in here. Keep in mind, when you look at a chart like this, and you see the echo starts at 1,000 feet, then that is always 1,000 above ground. And you can see that the ground over here is the marking at 1,926. Over here, 1,800 and a bit, 2,400 even, if we go north of the route. So we've got to be careful that we don't do that. There's an obstacle, like a wind turbine somewhere over there, that we want to avoid. Okay, and then on the right-hand side, we've got a city coming up. That is probably going to be Eckersdorf. And that means we're a little bit to the left of track, but that is good, because it means we're going to avoid Bayreuth as well. And then, once we see this, where the city goes a little bit further to the left, it means we can join the downwind. And that looks like it already to me. Yeah, look at that. We've got that little part of the city up there, which is what we are just about overflying in front. And then that should be Bayreuth. Okay, so we're going in between here. Okay, cool. That means we can start our approach preparation. So, cruise, all of that stuff is done. Approach. Well, autopilot master to go, fuel pump on, fuel selector. Let's put on the right tank. Even though it was just a very short flight, let's do it nonetheless. Okay, fuel levels, check. Fuel pressure, check. Mixture. Yeah. Look at how much power we lose when I put the mixture to rich, but it's fine. Mixture rich, carpet off, speed, gear, flaps to go. Okay. So, autopilot disconnect. Field should be somewhere over here. I believe that's probably the hangars over there. And we've got the railway over here. So we gotta turn a little bit more to the left. You can see this is probably where the downwind starts, where the railway is doing that little knick that we can see over here in the chart. So that's where the downwind starts. 2,500 feet Patron altitude, we have those. Then let's pull the power. Okay, there's the field. And we're in the right downwind. Okay, we fly past this little village here, and then we turn base before that one over there. Perfect, with that we don't need the charts anymore, now we know where we are. Okay, let's bring that throttle further back. Get down the speed. Okay, there is our field, we keep that inside at all times. And then we can start our base turn. Okay, so lights are on, fuel pumps are on, carb heat is off, perfect. Okay, first notch of flaps, gear down. Can hear the landing gear warning there, but don't need to worry about that. Look at how quickly the speed comes down. Okay, where's our field? There it is. Bit more power than probably. Like so. Next notch of flaps. Trim it. Okay, that's our little puppy going alive there. And this village, unfortunately, we have to overfly on the part over here. We remember that from the chart. So let's start turning final. Okay, full flaps. I'm keeping the prop where they are right now. I will put them on a full when we are actually over the little village over here. That's just a little noise abatement thing that they taught me in flight school. Everybody has to make up their own opinion if it is good to touch the controls that late on the approach, or if that is destabilizing, however. I did figure out it worked quite well. Okay, we should be over it now, so full RPMs. Throttle idle. And we're down. I'll just let it roll past the first exit. We'll take the second one over here. Pretty much like so. And that is what we want to take. Okay, perfect. Vacating the runway. And in case you noticed that it got so quiet on the approach, let me take the headset off. And now you basically hear everything again. Okay, what's that over there? I have a feeling I don't even want to know. No, I probably don't. Okay, let's just go ahead, taxi it to the apron, and we park it over here. So, willkommen in Bayreuth. Welcome to Bayreuth. That's probably the parking for the guys like those up there, but I don't care. Okay, here we are. So, let's go ahead and run the after landing checks. Flaps. Up. Strobes. Off. Fuel pump. Off. Mixture. Lean as needed. Trim. Neutral. And that's the after landing checks complete. Let's go ahead with the shutdown checks. Parking brake set. Radios. Off. Transponder. Off. Avionic master. Off. Master switch. Off. So, throttle. Closed. Mixture. Idle cutoff. Auto stops, magnetos, off, control wheel, secured, doors and windows, and tie downs. Okay, perfect. And that is it, my friends. Our flight in the Comanche. So, once again, great little update, even though I did encounter an issue in that the airplane had that tendency to start moving when I did my run-up, unless I manually hit the brake. Now, how about we just check if that means that there is something wrong with our parking brake. Let's go maintenance, airframe, inspect. Okay, we've got a little bit of an aileron problem there, but the brakes are showing fine. Okay, that's interesting. Well, the aileron problem doesn't really matter, even though, let's just go out for the walk around and see if we can see anything. I mean, if the controls are locked, you can see we can't really do anything. No, from here at least we can't see anything. Maybe if we go inside and unlock those ailerons. Now go outside again. Can we see anything? No, not really. What if we move all the way up front? No. Not here, and not here. Okay, well, so be it. In any case, guys, that's gonna be it for today's flight. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do let me know in the comments below. Once again, I am looking forward to your comments, as they really make the channel better and help me out improving my own flying. So, thank you for watching, everyone. I do hope you enjoyed this. If you did, do let me know. Leave a like if you liked the video, and subscribe for more. Finally, if you really love the channel, I would appreciate a small donation through the Buy Me Coffee link in the video description below. In any case, thank you very much for watching, and I see you all again on the next one.